Here are 8 of the strongest figures of One Piece at Arc Elbaf. In the Elbaf arc, many powerful characters have been introduced by Oda, one of whom is Zoro. As the captain's right-hand man, Zoro's strength can no longer be underestimated by anyone. Even Kaido and Rob Lucci have acknowledged him as the strongest person in the Straw Hat Pirates. In this context, Zoro's presence in Elbaf will pose the greatest threat to any enemy, including the Holy Knights. Not only that, if we recall and review Zoro's previous battles, he has already become highly skilled in using his swords. Moreover, Zoro also possesses 3 other unique traits. He has Kenbunshoku Haki, Busoshoku Haki, and Haoshoku Haki. With all these abilities, it is clear that Zoro is the strongest opponent for anyone in Elbaf. The most fascinating thing about Zoro is that he can combine his Haoshoku Haki with his swordsmanship, allowing him to cut through even the strongest defenses with a single slash. In the Elbaf arc, there are several powerful characters who wield swords, but Zoro will surely be able to handle them with ease. So, will the Holy Knights be able to stand against Zoro without regeneration? Share your thoughts in the comments. Who would have thought that a member of the Holy Knights named Gunko is a devil fruit eater of the Aro Aro no Mi? This devil fruit allows its user to create various arrows from both short and long distances, making it extremely difficult for anyone who fights him. Gunko can also control his opponents from afar, so anyone hit by his arrows can be taken anywhere without him even touching them. Even so, Gunko also appears just like a fragile girl and has a strong sense of modesty. So, whenever she sees something inappropriate, she becomes embarrassed just like any ordinary person. However, despite that, it turns out that Gunko is actually the most lethal member of the Holy Knights. She doesn't hesitate to attack and eliminate anyone in her way. While in Elbaf, Oda showcased Gunko's arrogant nature. Not only that, her presence in Elbaf became a disaster for the giants. Gunko once attacked 2 giants at the same time without mercy. In addition, she even beat up Prince Loki, the strongest of the giants, without caring about her opponent's fate. From this, we can see that Gunko is the most arrogant of the Holy Knights and shows no mercy to anyone. So, can Nico Robin face Gunko alone? Or will Nami become Gunko's next target? Feel free to share your thoughts in the comments. The character who looks like a small dragon is one of the God Knights. Kurringham is a devil fruit user who has eaten the Ryu no Mi, model Kirin. This devil fruit grants its user incredibly powerful abilities. Kurringham is capable of dominating and controlling enemies through dreams alone. Anyone who becomes his enemy will be put to sleep and experience a nightmare that will become reality. In that dream, the opponent will fight Kurringham without mercy. If the enemy loses in the dream, it will become reality, exactly as it happened in the dream. This power reminds us of a legendary anime, Naruto Shippuden. In that anime, a character named Madara Uchiha is also able to control various enemies through a dream called the Infinite Tsukuyomi. So, is Oda actually copying Madara Uchiha's power? Or is he simply inspired by it? Well, considering Kurringham's abilities are very dangerous for other pirates, we can conclude that this character is not someone who can be easily fought by anyone. Remember, this is Madara Uchiha's ability. These 2 giant warrior pirate captains were first introduced in the Little Garden arc. At that time, they were once defeated by Mr. 3 using his most cunning tactics. However, in the same arc, these 2 giants also managed to defeat a terrifyingly powerful giant with just a single swing of their axes. At that time, their full strength had not yet been revealed. Now in the Elbaf arc, Oda has brought back these 2 giant captains, showcasing their most dangerous combat power yet. Not only that, Saint J. Garcia Saturn and Saint Warcury were also overcome by the combined strength of Dory and Brogy. Despite the fact that the Gorosei are not easy opponents to defeat, thanks to them, the Gorosei are becoming increasingly cornered. Now we can truly see how strong these veteran characters really are. And this is just their level. So what about Loki, the leader of the giants? Could he be even more powerful than Dory and Brogy? Feel free to share your thoughts in the comments. As the son of St. Garling, Shamrock is certainly not someone to be underestimated. During his time in Elbaf, Shamrock had never shown his true strength. However, when facing Loki, we got a glimpse of some of his power, but even that wasn't his full strength. Shamrock relied solely on his sword to fight Loki. Loki's body suffered greatly when faced with Shamrock's Cerberus sword. Uniquely, Shamrock is not a devil fruit user, just like Shanks. However, Shamrock used a devil fruit on his beloved sword. As a result, the sword came to life like a three-headed dog and has a will of its own. As the leader of the Holy Knights, he is, of course, endowed with extraordinary power. Shamrock is predicted to be highly skilled in using various types of Haki. Unfortunately, Oda has not yet revealed the true extent of Garling's son's abilities. Even so, he is a very powerful character in Elbaf. What do you think? As one of the Yonko, Luffy is also equipped with various types of Haki, such as Busoshoku, Kenbunshoku, and Haoshoku Haki. These three types of Haki consistently allow Luffy to dominate and become an incredibly formidable opponent. In addition, Luffy is also a devil fruit user. He has eaten the Hito Hito no Mi model, Nika. This devil fruit allows Luffy to transform into Nika, and grants him the ability to make both his body and the surrounding environment elastic. Naturally, with such powers, his enemies often find themselves overwhelmed. Before becoming a Yonko, Luffy fought against many extremely dangerous enemies, such as the Admirals, Blackbeard, Big Mom, and Kaido. Remember, at that time, Luffy was not yet a Yonko or Nika. This time, Luffy once again faces off against Kizaru and the Gorosei, using his Nika form in the Egghead arc. In this situation, we are shown how Luffy's ever-burning determination has transformed him into one of the most feared characters by the world government. So, will Luffy become a threat to the Holy Knights in Elbaf? Yes, absolutely. Luffy will be a threat to Gunko, Kurringham, and Shamrock. No matter how powerful the enemies he faces, Luffy will never back down. Although he was isolated and had his hands and feet chained due to the accusation of having killed his own biological father, Loki's strength proved not to be underestimated. When the Holy Knights came to see him, Gunko and Shamrock were seen attacking Loki mercilessly in order to force him to join them. Despite receiving various attacks from Shamrock and Gunko, Loki was never afraid, and this proves that he is truly strong. Loki has a body size and height that are unlike other giants. He is bigger, taller, and possesses a special weapon called Ragnir. The advantage of Ragnir is that it can unleash lightning whenever he wishes, and this weapon has been used by several previous giant leaders. In addition, Loki is also the only giant known to have consumed a rare devil fruit. Although the type of devil fruit he ate is still unknown, Loki is predicted to be the strongest character and an expert in various tactics. This was evident before he was exiled, as Loki once led his army into battle using both strategy and physical strength. This makes him the strongest giant of all time. Even though he is already very old, Scopper Gaban reappeared in Elbaf with a terrifying aura and immense power. In contrast, Rayleigh, who was Roger's right-hand man, admitted that he is not as strong as he used to be. But it's different with Gaban. Despite his old age, he has never appeared weak. Considering Gaban's vast experience and his mastery of advanced Haki, Scopper Gaban is able to defeat his opponents without even making direct contact. He can fight against pirates from the new generation without the slightest difficulty. Remember, Scopper Gaban learned many battle secrets during his time with Roger, so as an old and experienced pirate, he certainly shouldn't be underestimated. As proof, when Shepherd Sommers couldn't be defeated by Nico Robin and kept regenerating endlessly, Scopper Gaban's slash was able to nullify his regeneration ability. This proves that Gaban's power is on a completely different level, and it's clear that his strength is in the high tier. What do you think? Could Gaban be the strongest in Elbaf?